it off the shelf, putting it on my chain, wearing it round my neck. I'm taking my freedom, putting it in my car. Wherever I choose to go, it won't take me far. I'm living my life like it's golden, 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 living my life like it's golden.
That goes hard.
Yes,
Okay,
it does.
It just does something for me.
Poppin'.
I don't know about you, Keisha, but it does something for me, honey.
Yeah.
So we are excited to be back with you guys. Let's mute our phones, my Jesus. Excited to be back with you guys. We are, what episode is this, Keisha?
We don't know.
So this is episode unknown of Mamas on the Move.
Yes.
And I am Brandy Hunter Lewis.
And I am Keisha Johnson.
And y'all, it's been about 2 months since
It's
we've
crazy.
been in this
I
seat.
can't believe it's been. I'm not needing time to keep going this fast.
I know.
Oh my
I know.
gosh!
It's
Like, I
unreal.
mean, my child turned 18 tomorrow. I'm already feeling some type of way
Oh,
about that.
Jesus, yes. That's the
And
moment
It's like
that you
2
deserve
months
to
that
have.
we've been here.
Yeah, it's been 2
Oh
months.
my gosh!
And that's
Ooh.
what I just told you. Like, I had to look back at my Instagram to see what has happened in my life because it's all a blur. Because we talk about, what's been going on. I'm like, oh my God, it's just been so much going on. Let me just reference Instagram because I do post some stuff of my life on Instagram.
Right.
And I'm like, God, what has happened? It just all just runs together. But so let's start with you while I'm still trying to put my thoughts together.
Oh my goodness!
Let's start with you, Miss Keisha. What's been going on in your
What
world?
has been going on in my? I thought we always start with you. I
But
wasn't prepared.
We're gonna switch it up today.
We're gonna switch it up today. Let's see what has been happening in my world. Well, I've been going through the recruiting process with my son for baseball with college. It's been interesting. Probably the last time we were here, he had like no offers.
Right.
And then he went to a showcase and he finally hit 90 off of the mound. And
Go
so then
DJ.
things got exciting and
Yeah.
he's been getting some offers. But DJ is a very he's a Scorpio as like yourself. So when his mind is set, he just kind of has this vision for his life.
Yeah.
And what he wants to do. So where he's been offered thus far, I'm not sure which one he's going to accept. He's still open to, he's got like a couple of
Other
more showcases and other
opportunities.
opportunities.
Yeah.
And it's driving me crazy because I'm like, that offer was a good offer.
Right, you take
the
that
offer.
offer,
And then
yeah.
you can always say, he was like, nah, I'm not going to do the commit, decommit. He said it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
And then he started sending me stats on the schools that I was kind of pushing. And, so it's just that's been a whole interesting thing. And the other thing that's been quite interesting is just he's becoming a man. So it's been a real interesting turn of events with us.
Yeah.
It's been kind of like an Ali Frazier type thing going on. So that's been interesting. I wrote another book that I dropped last week called
yes.
Property Over Poverty, and it has done really, really well. I've sold about 130 copies in the first week.
Wow.
And that's just from posting on Instagram. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at other ways to market that. But if you guys don't have it and you're interested in real estate investing, please, go ahead and get your copy, Property Over Poverty. I'm also working on getting it into printing because a lot of folks I really like to feel my books and read them.
Right.
And I understand because I'm that way.
Yeah.
And the plan was to do that. But I swear this janky ass graphic designer that I had, oh God, it's so hard to find a good graphic designer. I didn't know you were a graphic designer. I mean, honestly, sorry, Keyshawn. So next time.
Our bad.
Right. So that's been interesting. And I have been making some moves for myself because one of the things about what I'm going through with DJ is showed me that I have really got to focus on me, like really focus on me and not feel guilty about it.
Yeah.
And so I'm doing some things that'll be talked about soon behind the scenes. It's going to be exciting.
Nice.
So
What's behind the scenes, and I'm privy to what's going on behind the scenes. So I'm just bubbling with excitement. I am. I'm so excited
you
for
always
you.
privy to everything that's going on. Yeah. And it was funny when I started feeling some type of way. You sent me a thing like, we all deserve it. It's like, okay then, girl.
Ain't no turning back now. Okay.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, so that's exciting. But and business has been good. It could be better, but I think I gave away this summer
Yeah.
with the thing that happened in my house.
Yeah.
And so living with my brother, I kind of was just living La Vida Loca.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like getting up, going to the pool, walking, just having a good old time. So I took the summer off. You know what I mean? I only did like 4 deals over the summer. So but I'm not mad about it. You know what I mean? Like life happens and it's just one of those things. But I can sincerely say, I believe that God is, you talked about this when we had dinner last week, and it has been in my spirit ever since, that I believe God is moving me into something different. And it's not, and like you said, we're just going to pray for the manifestation of what that is.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
But, because you told me I got it.
Yeah, I'll tell the world, okay? I'll tell the world that you have it. And what it means, I can't put my finger on. However, what I think we all can appreciate about you, Miss Keisha, is that you are hilarious, just hysterically funny. You are witty, quick-witted. You tell it like it is. People love that, and you don't want to call it brashness, but I call it brashness. But it's brashness, but with a I don't want to say gentle because it's not gentle. It's brash yet loving.
Loving.
Brash
Thank
yet
you.
loving.
Don't y'all? I wish I had a Brandy Hunter Lewis in your life. I love you, Brandy. You my rock.
Well,
in
thank
so
you,
many
girl.
ways, girl.
And I
ain't
love
gonna
you
give
back.
no-
We each other. No, we
We
are there for each other.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of just friendship and sisterhood. And I'm just, like, so on this journey you're on, it's funny because when you're going through, your trials and tribulations or hardships, whatever that is, it's like, it's people that really know you and who are, that are true to like, just, you
Yeah.
really know you. They see through that season, that rough, whatever that is. They
Tough-
see
yeah,
that,
tough exterior,
they
yeah.
see through that, because I know you at the core. I know who you are. And so I'm able to say, like once she comes through this, I think you made the reference of the Phoenix.
Yes.
And so I just know it's just a matter of time. I just know it's just a matter of time. And, I'm like, I get to take a front seat to it,
And
to
I just
witness it.
appreciate your support all the time. I think people are always like, and that's why they love our podcast.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God, I just love y'all friendship. Y'all are just so amazing, blah, 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 blah. But, it's a real friendship and we have seen each other through some stuff. And I mean, our group chats be lit. Me, you, and Renee, like we just, because we have to push each other through. And it ain't always nothing major, but sometimes it could just be the little stuff.
Yeah.
It could just be a day.
Yeah.
And you just have to have those real friends to help to get you on the other side. I just had my 30-year class reunion from high school.
That looks
And
so fun.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so fun. And I wasn't going to go because I had internalized the fact that the last class reunion I was married. I had what I thought was the life that that I just thought was going to be forever.
Yeah.
And since then, a lot of things have changed. And so
Right.
I felt like, I've gained weight. I'm not married, and my husband died. And so I was like, I don't really have no story to tell. You know what I mean? So, you go to the class, you want to be able to talk about this.
Right.
And I felt like I had nothing to say, but I was like, you know what? I'm going.
Yeah.
When I tell you I had so much freaking fun, I was the star.
We all had fun watching your stories, honey. That
Girl,
was
I
the most
normally have like 1,000
entertaining.
views a day. I had like 3,000. Everybody was following my whole weekend because I had
Yeah.
like my girlfriend had a girlfriend's weekend where she's gone through a divorce and she sent a message to us like 2 months ago, like, I want to do a weekend at my house called, I'm not going to say her name, it's Back from the Abyss. And basically she just had girlfriends that flew from all over, from
Yeah.
West Coast, Canada, you name it. She was from there. And we just spent the whole weekend with her. So in between class reunion, we did that and we shared and she shared what each one of us meant to her. And it was just a beautiful, and ate and we drank. It was a good time. It was
That's
like
awesome.
18 women.
Yeah.
It's like a big
wow.
slumber party.
Yeah,
For 2 days. So it's been a good time though. I'm finally and excited about coming into my own, sans DJ. Just ready to do me.
Yeah. And you know what? And I think by you embracing this even before he departs,
Right.
is going to help you with that transition.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we had a conversation, you and I, and another one of our fellow colleagues who is going, Venice.
Yeah.
Out there, Venice. Yeah, because she was, both of our mentors.
Summer
at one
Walker
point.
Mama.
Yeah, Summer Walker Mama. She don't
Yes.
even go by
She
Venice
don't
no
even
more.
go. She's Summer Walker Mama.
She's Summer Walker
I used to
Mama,
babysit
honey.
Summer Walker, and then she out here talking about all this stuff. Summer, but when I worked for Venice, she was the first person I worked for, so I can remember Summer being a little baby, and she was just enamored with me. I guess because I was tall, and I would always be like super like over the top fabulous, and and she just would be just how little girls So just to see her now and just doing her thing. But Venice, we were talking about
Yeah,
Venice
and
the whole
Venice
emptiness.
we were all talking about that, empty nest syndrome and what that looks like and what it's been for her and what it's looking like for you.
Yeah.
And how she said she went through depression.
a depression.
A depression because it is so much of your life is them. Is them. And I can't even lie. Like so much of my life was it now includes my husband, but
Right.
it's still them. It's
Right.
still, their activities, supporting them, mentoring them, helping them get transition, while they're in young adulthood. It is so much.
I swear I feel like sometimes the DJ will be 18 tomorrow, but some of the way he needs me in some ways is almost like he's a toddler again.
Yeah.
Because when he didn't have any offers on the table, it was very it's challenging for him.
Yes.
His
I know.
confidence and
Yeah.
everything, and he's looking at people getting recruited that, quite frankly, he is a better athlete than.
Yeah.
But it's timing, and I just told DJ, you just really have to have faith. But I also told him, you got to be so good they can't ignore you.
Yeah.
87, 88 ain't gonna get it.
Right.
You got to get, and he really needs to be 93, 94. But I knew once mentally he hit 90, he knew what he was capable of. He needed to break that threshold.
Yeah.
So that's what's been going on in my life,
girl. And it's coaching. You know what I'm saying? You coaching, you
yes.
counseling. It requires a lot of you.
It does.
It requires a lot of you. However, you're still in that phase where it's just like we talked about this the other night or last week when we went out to dinner, how we still have the freedom. We not driving DJ from practice A to practice B or from training session or like they're driving on their own.
Yes.
We have the freedom and the luxury of leaving work and meeting each other for cocktails.
Yes.
We ain't got to go about, worry about going home, cooking dinner. I'm cooking dinner less and less these days.
Yes.
Yeah. Less and less.
Another colleague, Tracy, she comes to Atlanta's Homegirl on Instagram.
Yeah.
She comes to, she's come to you, me, and Meek's events, but she posted this morning about it, how she had been in a real depression. Her baby went off. I think they're a year apart.
Yeah.
So one is at LSU and one just went to Mercer, and she has been struggling. Like, she's been on behind the scenes texting me, calling me, like,
wow,
she's been struggling. But she posted today about it, and so it's real. And I'm just I know it's gonna be hard. I really don't want him to go as far away as where he's looking to go, but if he does, it's just something I'm gonna have to learn to deal with.
Girl, I know. Just finding you again.
Yep,
finding you again. And that's that season you should, of course, with some of the exciting things that are going on behind the scenes. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
I'm excited about it.
It's gonna be fun.
It's been a trailer in 19, but 2020 gonna be the movie.
Girl, say that, honey. We've already claimed that. Can you believe 2020 is here?
I cannot believe we're starting.
We are 2 months shy of 2020.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. It's crazy.
Unreal.
Crazy.
Unreal.
So yeah. So what's been going on with you? That's me.
Girl, let me look at Instagram and see. Because I really don't.
Well, let me refresh your memory. Since we last met, your baby's gone to Clemson.
Yeah, but you know what? He had been gone. He left in June. Chase left in July to go to Clemson.
What did he won the gold medal when we were
here? Yeah, he won the gold medal. So we have been through all that. Deal had won his. So they back in school like the last time we were here. So he does. Chase has his first
How the hell are you gonna go to all these games?
Girl, I don't know. I feel like a freaking I'm in a what's that Tasmanian devil, like just spinning around. That's how I feel. Because I don't know how we are going to keep up with the schedules of all of our student athletes. I really don't know. Like Jayden has a game this weekend. Chase plays November 5th at Clemson. It's a home game. It's his first home game. Danny and Jamie, who play at Kennesaw State, they have games next week too. Dylan's first game is November 7th. Like, we are about to be crazy people. And here's what I had to like just accept, that I can't do it all.
Remember last year, or early this year, when you was trying to go see Dylan play, and I was like, serious, and you ended up watching him online. When you said, well, it's online, I said, Brandy, it's okay. You can watch him online this time. And Ryan was with him. I'm like, I'm going to go catch a flight and meet him. Are you serious? If you don't sit your ass down somewhere.
Right.
Oh.
It's just so hard. So here's what's hard, what's always been hard for me, and what people have like looked at me like, how do you do all this? I have this, and I don't know what you call it, okay? I don't know what you call it, but I'm wired, conditioned. I'm conditioned to over-functioning. And it's something that I've talked to my therapist about, and I probably need to go back. But I feel like I'm starting to do better at it, because like Chase had an exhibition game last night at Clemson.
And me and Renee told you, it'll be okay.
Yeah, but you know what? And I felt weird telling him that I wouldn't be able to go.
Right.
Girl, I was like, baby, I just felt weird composing that text. Like, I'm not going to be able to make it. I had so much going on at work, and I was just stressed the hell out. And I said, okay, to try to drive to 2 hours to Clemson, and drive back that night. And I had a long work day the next day. It would have been bananas.
Yeah.
So I texted him that, and he said, Ma, it's okay.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I think you be internalized. They be okay.
They
ain't gonna be okay. You miss all of them.
Yeah.
But he know you're gonna be there for his open. Well, no, are you gonna be there? Because
no, I am. So I planned my birthday trip after his first game. No way in heck
could you have missed his first college
that I would have
game.
missed his first college game.
Right. Okay.
Girl.
So good.
So yeah. So they play Virginia Tech on the 5th, and we depart on November 6th to go to the grill for my birthday celebration.
Yes,
weekend.
ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Stella going to get a group back with her husband.
Yes, ma'am. ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, honey.
So
I love Jamaica. It's always a good time. I've never
girl.
gone to Jamaica and I had to, I got married in Jamaica.
No, I didn't. I did know that. I did know
I
that.
got married in Jamaica. So we went back every year, like, so I've gone like 14 times.
Yeah.
And I've gone to all the islands and it is always just a really good time.
The best. The best. And it's close. You know what I'm saying? It's a close flight.
Excuse me, it's not a long flight. That's what I love too.
Yeah.
Them long flights. I see all these folks going to Bali and Ibiza and shit. I'm like, I'm gonna have to, it's gonna be I want to go, but that, not right now. That's a long flight. 22 hours to Bali.
You gotta almost plan like 7 to 10 days
You
to take a trip like that.
You have to do that. Like 7 to 10 days easy because you're losing 2 days just flying.
Just traveling.
So
yeah. So trying to, coming to grips with the fact that we cannot do everything has been somewhat of a eye opener for me, because when I've had my assistant put all of their games on my calendar, and I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to choose which ones we can go to, and we're gonna have to, like you said, tag team.
Right.
Ryan's gonna have to go to some. I'm gonna have to go to some.
Right.
So yeah, I'm like, we're just gonna do the best that we can.
And how are you guys getting your couple time in the midst of all of this?
Girl, so we do consider games couple time.
Because you kind of have to.
Yeah,
It's where y'all met.
Yep.
Traveling
Together.
And both of y'all love basketball. Y'all both former players and all of that. So, yeah.
So that is a part of our couple time, and we've accepted that. Like, we just went to Denver a couple weeks ago. It's been for 3 days down there, but we just enjoy
stuff in the midst of it.
In the midst of it, together. And then a weekend after that, we went. Unfortunately, my husband's uncle passed away, so we went back to his hometown and got to spend some time with his family there in Virginia. And just looking, we are both looking forward to this weekend in the grill. Girl, do you realize for a moment I contemplated not going on this trip because I'm like, you know what? Dylan got a game on my birthday. Jamie and Danny got a game on the 8th. Chase got another game on the 9th. So I'm like, I can't miss all of that. So for a minute.
And I'm sitting up here looking at you like, really, bitch? Okay. Ma'am, they play basketball. It's going to happen again.
Wait, they got a whole season.
Oh, my God. It's like, she's like, she can't miss all that. I mean, seriously, I was looking at you and you're thinking, I'm not impressed. That does not make me feel like you're doing, you're doing the most.
I'm telling you, in my mind, I've always been there.
But I think you're over functioning. Like for me, I shuts down. Okay. I'm going to bed. I'm going to get up when I feel like the world is not so fast. You know what I mean? But you over function, which I think is also a sign of something.
And we're working through that with my therapist. We're working through that. Haven't quite discovered what it is yet. But I'm getting there,
well,
right?
I ain't got no degree or nothing like that in bed. I think it's a sign of depression.
But is it depression that I have to, because my life is fulfilled.
It's overfunction. I think it makes you not have to sit down and kind of look at, nobody's life is perfect.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes, I don't know, don't start me to lie. You know what I mean? I just, like I said, went by West Georgia.
Tell me while we on me about the therapy. Have you went to your first one? Which one was supposed to go 2-3 months ago?
I have not made it to an in-person, but I did have a therapy session. They do it online too.
How did it go?
It went good. She started asking some real deep questions. I felt a little uncomfortable. I'm like, I probably need to meet you before we get too much deeper. They do everything now, honey. You get your groceries delivered. You can have your therapist on your computer. I'm like, woo, girl, you went too far too fast. I need you to pump the brakes, sis. I don't know you like that. But I say, like, she just doing her job, and she reached out to me like 3 days in a row. I'm like, I'm gonna get back with you. Texting.
And that's what makes it easier for you to.
No, I'm going in person. But see, what happened was when we got back from Jupiter, this mean. I got to tell her recording. You're on air with me. I'm recording right now. Baby sis, I'm going to call you back, okay? Okay, bye.
Me, she the baby. You got to answer her
call
during the middle of the
podcast.
Jesus Christ.
She's such a baby girl. So, but yeah, what happened, I planned to go, but when DJ got invited to Jupiter to go to the tournament, I had planned to go that Monday. Our flight came back that Monday. Okay. I had been up 5 days at that damn tournament. I was tired.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm going to take a little nap. And then when I get up, I'm going to go to the therapist. Girl, I woke up, it was 12 o'clock.
So Jupiter was what, 2 weeks ago?
Jupiter was 3 weeks ago. About two. You're right. 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Mhm.
Okay. So when we gonna schedule this next?
I am going to schedule another appointment today. When you scheduling yours?
Girl, this week.
Okay.
No, it's already Thursday.
No, because guess what? You told me when you was in Denver when we talked via text that you was gonna get on your email and send her a message. So you ain't. So we need
because there's just been so much life going on. But you know what? Here's what we know: life is going to continue to go on.
Yes, it is.
And you know the crazy thing, because I call myself doing more things that meet my needs.
I have seen you do that. I'll be honest with you. I mean, like a couple of weeks ago, you did a self-care day.
Yeah.
You like, you know what, my afternoon appointments, I'm gonna move it around or whatever, so I can go, and you went and you had lunch, and you went and bought some makeup. You just did. So I have watched you do that a couple of times over the last few months, and I'm proud of you for that. Yeah. That's a big deal for you.
It really is. It really is. So I feel like if I'm having those moments, if I, to balance out my overfunctioning, then I'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? As long as I take the time to do that. I had scheduled, what I had gotten away from completely was doing my hot yoga. Hot yoga really does something for me. Yeah. And I've not done it in probably like almost 8 or 9 months, probably even longer than that. So I had put it on my calendar. I had said, I scheduled a session one week, and then the following week I put that on my calendar. And girl, just some of the craziest stuff in real estate had happened. I couldn't even do my appointments, And I said, you know what, that bothered me that I had set those appointments, and I had allowed life or real estate or whatever else is going on to disrupt that. So I said the next time I put that on my calendar, I would not let anything stop. Right. That's why I said I committed to not letting anything stop me from going to that hot yoga session. Good for you. So I haven't put it on my calendar yet, because I'm traveling next week. Yeah. But after that, once we get back, then I do intend to
you love
get
that
back
hot yoga.
in the groove.
You do love that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, they think I got arthritis. So,
because your hip,
my hip, I've been having some pain in that hip for a while, but and being that 2020 is going to be a movie, I knew I had to get this resolved.
You gotta get the hip right,
because it can't do but so much in bed when your hip messed up.
That's true.
I mean, it's gonna limit my moves.
Right.
So,
we gotta get that right. You better start working on that right.
So I've been working on it, honey. Yes, honey. I'm with an orthopedic doc now, but this is why I want us to get into the topic, because 2 weeks ago, a classmate, right before the class reunion, I had a young lady who went to school with me. She's a year after me. And, we follow each other on Facebook. I haven't seen her in many years, but she and a guy that went to school with us also were dating. Okay. And I used to see all these happy, beautiful posts. And then one day I said, her mom passed in August. And then I saw this post where she said, I'm heartbroken. I'm thinking, well, wow, I know her mom passed in August. Wonder what's going on. Then I started seeing all these classmates tag and post and this and that. Well, the guy she was dating, who, like I said, they both went to my high school, he committed suicide. Wow. And other people that we know, we talked about the last time we were here, the lady who killed her children and then herself, and so on and so forth. So with that being said, this is not a mental health podcast, and it's not about sadness, but I want to talk about overcoming. I want to talk about life. Like you said, life is going to happen to all of us. Right. Everybody has a story. And I think Brandy is a true, a lot of people know my story, but Brandy doesn't talk as much. She's a Scorpio. I keep saying it because DJ is the same way. They're very close to the vest. Not super emotional people. But I want to talk about, when we went to Jupiter baseball, the thing DJ was invited to is an invite only for the top players in the United States. Yeah. And they had people, Venezuela, everywhere. But he got added to the roster last. Okay. And so, they wanted him to come down because remember I said he hit 90. Right. So we go down, and the first day, he knew he wasn't going to pitch the first day. But he's a closer. So that means he goes on the mound, typically last to close the game out, the last couple of innings or whatever. Yeah. So the first day he knew he wasn't going to pitch. The second day we beat the team 12-0, so they didn't want to burn his arm. Now, the third day is when we all like, okay, because every day he's being told he's going to pitch. Right. So the third day, he doesn't pitch again. So, by this time, I'm about to take my earrings off. I'm outside the dugout. My brother done flew down. We all like, it was a lot. So his pitching coach, Marvin Freeman, shout out to Marvin because I love Marvin. Marvin was out there. He said, what the hell going on? He played in the MLB for 10 years, and he's a well-respected former player and pitching coach. So he was coming to check out our guys he trained. Yeah. And he was down there with another team. And so he was like, DJ ain't been on the mound yet? So he knows the guy who had put the team together. So long story short, the guy came up to speak to to a girlfriend of mine that was down there with her son that used to play for this particular coach.
Okay.
So when he came up to speak, Marvin was to my left and my brother and I were there. So the guy came to speak to my girlfriend, and Marvin said, "F that, why the hell DJ ain't been on the bow?" So he was,
He said exactly what
he
you wanted
said
to
exactly
say.
what I wanted to say. I was like, thank you, God. Somebody could speak for me, because, you know, as a mama, you try not to get in there.
Yeah.
Well, now I do.
Right.
And so he was like, man, DJ, you know, DJ gonna pitch tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. But by this time, it wasn't gonna be as many scouts. But what had happened, DJ confidence started to be shook.
Yeah.
Because you done told me every day I'm a pitcher, and then
Right,
you not
right.
putting me in the game. So, you know me, I had to let my fingers do the walking, texting, honey, later on. So I text the coach, you know, like, it was a situation with DJ when he first got down there where he was sleeping. He was like, Mom, I'm sleeping on the floor. I said, sleeping on the floor? I said, oh, hell no. So I text the coach like, hey, if it's a money issue, please, I will cash app you. If you can go
Right.
downstairs and get my child a room.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh no, DJ shouldn't be on the floor. So DJ ended up getting his own room.
Okay.
So the coach's response to Marvin was, oh, DJ done got his own suite. He gonna just to rest up the pitch tomorrow. So I was like, I wonder if he being petty. That's what I'm thinking. So I reached out to him and said, if it's been a problem that DJ's had his own room, I don't hold that against him. And he didn't want me to say anything to you about him being on the floor. I reached out to you as a parent.
Right.
So he came back. We ended up having an hour talk in the lobby. You know, he came, he was like, no, I'm a parent. And my brother was like, bro, you sure you want to go down this lane of course to the conversation with my sister? Because she's one.
She'll
you know,
go
she's
there.
over. So we ended up having a good conversation. But when he started to pitch the next day, he did go in.
Okay.
And he struggled from the beginning. Like he hit one, literally, and then he walked one. So I was like, oh Jesus. I'm looking like, oh my God, but that's my baby. Nobody better not say nothing. Who he hit? He hit the next one. Y'all better not say nothing, because he shouldn't have had to wait 3 days to pitch.
Right.
So that's how I'm feeling, right? And so when the next one came, they ended up making a double play, him and the catcher, who went to freaking pre-K together, which was so cool. My girlfriend's son, David. So they made a double play, and then he struck out the last one.
Okay.
So when it was over, I was texting DJ because he had left to go with the team, and he had some people come up and talk to him, then ask him what school to go to, blah, 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 blah. And he said, I started rough, but I finished strong. And I was like, boy, that boy got a serious mindset. Like, I'm so proud of him, because he didn't get it from me.
Yeah.
Because I have a struggle with it. He didn't get it. Because I was up there like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? But nobody else better not say nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? But him saying that resonated with me.
Yeah.
And remember, I texted you and Nate because y'all were like, how's it going? How's it doing?
Yeah.
And I think that's important in life. It isn't about how you start, but it's about how you finish. And I think you are a great testament to that mindset. So would you share?
Oh my, okay.
Well, because I want people to understand you're a top agent. You're breaking barriers. People are having to come and see you now.
Yeah.
You know, with the type of business that you're doing as an agent, but as an African-American agent, and what you're doing. How did you, it ain't always been like that though.
Oh, it has not. And that's something I thought about the other day. I said, you know what? I got licensed in late 2000, the last quarter of 2004, start selling real estate in 2005, moved to Atlanta in 2006 and started selling here. And so that has been a journey. You know, it has not been, I don't know anybody who starts. Now, there are some agents who are kind of freaks of nature that have tremendous success within the first 1, 2, 3 years. But this business, like what I've grown to this point, it has been a journey. It has been a just brick by brick. I mean, just you grind it out, you build it, you continue, you just do that. It's just being consistent too. I feel like so much of what the success that I'm experiencing now has just been consistency.
Right. Breaking your consistency.
Yeah, and just being consistent and having to stand. My husband tells me, he said, baby, what I noticed about you that a lot of people just don't have is stamina.
Yeah.
That was his word, stamina. Because I'm telling you, like the over-functioning piece, and I really attribute that to like after my first husband passed, I think part of my grief, how I dealt with grief was just pouring everything that I had into those boys. Every single thing. And so me providing for them, me being the sole provider for them, like what else were they gonna do if I didn't do it? So that to me was like, you talk about a big why. I mean, I don't see how anybody couldn't, like I'm looking at their little faces every day. I'm like, they didn't ask for any of this.
That's right.
They didn't ask for any of this.
Yeah.
So this is the hand that they were dealt. So it's up to me to make certain that they can live a life that they should have, and not, it shouldn't be, they shouldn't feel like they can't have because I'm a single parent.
Right.
So everything was driven by that. So, but even doing that, I knew that transitioning from Chicago to Atlanta, where I really didn't have any family support, all of my family support was in Chicago. I knew that could present some challenges, and it did at times. But I think at the end of the day, I didn't let that, stop me. I didn't. We talked about, where I am at this point and what it took for me to get to this point. And I look at, I bought a beautiful house when I moved here. I went through a season where I couldn't maintain that house. And I had to sell that house, short sale. So, and lived in an apartment for several years while I'm still, building a brand that I've always tried to push my brand as luxury. You know what I'm saying? That's always been something I've tried to do just from the inception. I knew that I wanted to sell luxury real estate. So although I felt at times like, dang, I'm kind of living a lie. I used to feel that. I used to feel that like I'm living a lie. Like, but I know, regardless of whatever I had going on, the enemy, whatever he was playing on my mind, I did not let that show up in my business.
Right.
I didn't let it show up in my business. So that was always important to me, that no matter what is going on in your world, behind the scenes, you show up.
Absolutely.
As long as you show up, something is going to happen. You just have the gall, have the will, have the heart to just show up. And I think that's just part of that stamina. Like just had a might to show up. So I've always had a strong faith in God. So my foundation, I would say from day one, has always been, God is the source of my strength, and that whatever challenge I see, am faced with, I know that I'm going to have the ability to overcome because God is the source of my strength. So, and so it wasn't just that. It wasn't just losing a house. Like, I've had I've had some rough seasons.
Let's get into it.
Yeah,
because Brandy has been like, because I always tell people I have a love-hate relationship with social media.
Yeah,
because so much of it is fake, and I won't even say fake. It's marketing. Understand it's a marketing tool, but I think we're more transparent than most. I mean, I am more transparent social media wise. You're more like, this is probably the most transparent that you are is when we're on here out to the masses. Like we talk as friends, but I think it's important for people to understand when you say short sell your house, that's when you make an agreement with the bank because you can't afford to keep it.
Right.
And you went and lived in an apartment and still was out here selling luxury real estate to other people.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like that whole phrase, fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it. Like there's a degree of truth to that, but I still was so diligent about making sure that I was on top of my stuff. Right. Even I may not have had the financial resources, I was still my image was gonna be consistent. Right. I was still very, very meticulous about that. That was always really important to me. So even when I didn't have it, that was always important to me to project my image to be a certain way. So now I'm in a different position. I can buy, what I want. I can buy bags that I like. I can buy, so I'm in a different space now, but it has not always been that way. But it never stopped me from having the desire and the drive to want to get there. Yeah. My setbacks I never once be like, well, maybe this just ain't for me. Right. Maybe this real estate ain't for me. I was like, no, this is for me. I'm going to make this happen. Right. I'm going to make it happen.
So mindset is the foundation of success, period. Yeah. No matter what you're going through. I had a young lady that reached out to me last night. She's a realtor, and she said, I'm out here selling houses, but I'm having a hard time. Keep in mind, it's going on the steps November 5th, which is Tuesday. And I was just like, and I just told her, I said, I've been there. Yeah. I've had to fight to keep mine.
A fraud.
Yes.
You feel like
yes.
fraud.
I'm out here trying to fight to keep mine.
Trying to encourage people to be homeowners, and I don't even own a home.
Exactly.
I can't keep my home. Right. And I'm living in an apartment.
Girl, listen. Yes. So, I told her, and that's why I'm just like, and no, it might be a little shade, but you see, like I tell people, nobody is going to show you. That's the highlight reel. Yeah. That's what social media, I mean, honestly, nobody is going to post their bad moments. Right. Very few, some will. Yeah. And then there's a lot of them that do post their tough moments, and then they like hit the link in my bio to purchase blah, 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 blah. Right. Instead of just like, this is just what happened to me. This is real, and that's it. Right. And I want y'all to understand because that's too many people giving up. Yeah. And I told my son, son. Like, I tried to send him this thing the other day where it's a meme going around where the kid who won first place is looking like this and the kid who won third place is like this. So I sent it to DJ and I said, see, it's all about mindset. I said, I said, this kid is happy. He's talking about, well, I ain't happy. Like, he's like, you ain't gonna get me. You're not getting ready to settle me to be excited about this offer that I got that I don't want, or whatever, for one of these little small schools. But it is about mindset, but I was just trying to get him to understand, like, you don't stop. Like, you got, and then, 2 months ago, you had nothing. Now you have options.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think so many people are giving up. So to me, that's why I wanted to talk about it isn't how you start, it's how you finish. Because look where you are now.
And understand that it's not going to happen overnight.
No.
I think people look at the success that I'm having or people that they see on social media, and I'm like, man, I want what they have. But I'm like, man, I've been at this for a minute.
Right.
I've been grinding. I've been doing this for a minute.
Right.
So I'm getting to a point where I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor.
Absolutely.
But this labor was truly labor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes.
You birthed this business.
I birthed this, girl.
You birthed this
say
business.
that.
Yes, you
say
did.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's been some, like, you have to be determined to fail forward. Like, I think about some of the listings that I've had, the luxury listings that I've had, and that never sold. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That I invested so much
Mm-hmm.
time
Mm-hmm.
and resources
Mm-hmm.
and just, time and resources again. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, just out there showing them and just
And a lot of
promoting
luxury
them.
listings, they don't want anybody to show up but you. Like,
Girl,
you
yeah,
have to
no.
be there every
No,
time.
listen, ain't no a lot of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? All of them, you have to be there. You have to be present.
Yeah.
Your sellers want you to be. And really, that's
You
the
need
way
to
it should
be.
be. You
It
need
should
to be.
be. Yeah,
You're
I agree.
supposed to know that house in and out, and can nobody
Show
can
it like
another
you.
a selling agent
Right.
show that house like you can show it.
Right, exactly.
So you're supposed to be there. But I've taken a lot of L's. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And like, everybody don't know about the L's, but I'm like, I kept grinding. I was consistent, and at the end of the day, that pays off. That perseverance pays off.
Absolutely.
And so this quarter for me will be probably record. It's going to be, I'm going to have a really great quarter, for my business and probably even for my office. And I said, you know what? That is a manifestation of, oh my God, the culmination of years and years and years of hard work. Because I mean, I'm 15 years in the game.
Right.
And I'm not saying, and I want to tell agents this, you have to accept too. I think this is big because you have to accept too that you have to do the best with what you have.
Period.
Yep. You do the best with what you have.
Yep.
I couldn't have done this 6 years ago.
Right.
Because of where I was.
That's right.
And my commitment to my children.
That's right.
And where I couldn't move this way.
Yeah, help.
I got help now.
It's a difference.
I got help now, and they're older.
When you were in Brazil, your husband was able to take your other son to get him settled into school.
Yes.
It makes a difference. It
makes
really
a difference.
does. And
Having
like
a helpmate.
having a helpmate, and they're older.
Girl, and it's
they're
so
older.
funny because I had an agent friend of mine that used to always compete with me numbers wise. Like, I got you this month, I got you this month. And I said, listen, I'm doing the best I can with what I have.
Period.
Right? And here's what I had to let them know, that you can't compare your insides to my outsides because you don't know what the heck I got going on.
I'm telling you.
You don't know what the heck I got going on. And I here's what I can assure you, that if you had to put yourself in my shoes,
You wouldn't be able to command.
Baby!
Listen, Linda. When me and my brother were in Florida, he put himself in on the trip.
yes.
And that's my best friend. You know how I feel about my brother. Everybody knows how I feel about my brother. Y'all followed us all summer on our. Everybody kept saying, "I do."
We
That's
love
what I mean.
George.
I'm saying that's my dude. So we were on the interstate in Florida, and he just out the blue was like, it's like we were having all of these conversations that would be pretty deep. You know,
Yeah.
we would just, we would sit by the bay because the hotel we stayed in was on this beautiful bay.
Yeah.
And so we would just come back from the game, and he's like, "You want to hit the bay? I'll meet you down at the bay." So we sit at the bay and talk, and and just talk about everything. We had a very challenging childhood.
Yeah.
And so we got into some of that and just how it's affected him as a man, how it
Right.
has affected him as a man. And even at 51, he's now starting to understand, I might need to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's built a great life, but there's some things, know? And so we were riding down the highway, and he said, you see that car over there? That, I'm always quick to be like, what the hell are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Get to the damn point, land the plane. So he's like, you see that car over there? And I'm driving, I'm trying to figure out where the hell was. I'm like, yeah, I see the car. He's like, you see that one that's coming up here on the left of us? I said, yeah, bro, I see the cars. Obviously, I see the cars. I'm trying to keep this damn car in the middle of the road. He was like, and you see where we are in your lane? I said, yeah. He said, that's what I want you to focus on. Focus on your lane. He said, that's Brandy over there. Look at Brandy. Hey, Brandy.
And she in her lane.
He said, and she in her lane. He said, and let's say this is Miko over here, and she's in her lane. He said, I need you to focus on your lane. He was like, I'm glad that you're around such successful people, Ming and Brandy and Miko and all these people that you have in your life that are successful in their own right.
Yeah.
He was like, but they haven't walked your path, nor you have theirs.
Right.
So while you were grieving and going through what you was going through, Brandy continued to work her ass off and build her brand.
Yeah.
So you got to understand, for 3 or 4 years when you weren't checked in, he said, I mean, and I'm excited for her because I know y'all have been close and what she's accomplished. He was like, but I think you spend too much time trying to keep up or trying to do whatever. Yeah. And you just need to focus on your lane, because he said, I believe the gift God has given you is something totally different than where you are right now. Yeah. And if I believe you just honed in,
and I second that,
you would be in your lane,
and that's
doing
it. That's it that I was telling you
so
about.
basically that's what he was saying. But yeah, man, like you said, you've been at this for years and you take L's along the way, and it's hard. I mean, it is a real challenge to just keep pushing. Yeah. But I think that what people are attracted to about us, whether our podcast or whether we did the thing with Miko, is the, it's the reality. It's just telling it. Like, it just, and you work hard. Girl. Like, I want people to understand, like, Brandy, and all in the midst of it all, she makes time for her family, of course, first and foremost, her husband and her children, but her friends. I've never not once reached out to you and you weren't there for me. Yeah. You somehow do. So I appreciate your overfunctioning. Yeah. Honestly, I really do. Right. I appreciate your overfunctioning. And I've tried to be the same with you. You know, no matter what, I was like, because I'm very protective of my friends. Yeah. Don't play no games. Yes, don't come for my friends, period. End of story. Okay. Because a lot of times y'all don't say the stuff I say. I'm like, what? I'm still that person at 48. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it takes, I'm just super, super proud of you. I mean, I tell you that behind the scenes, but I mean, to see what your business is like, I mean, girl, you are doing it. And I can't wait till the things you working on come out. I know. Baby.
I'm excited too.
I am so excited. And the fact that you inspire so many. And I don't want to always talk about race, but I'm going to talk about race a little bit. Because let me tell you something. First of all, I think all Black people who should have therapy for life for free, because we just got some shit that we come into the world with that we didn't even have nothing to do with. Okay,
that's true.
That's the first thing, and it ain't getting better; it's getting worse because we're living in more divided times than ever. That is based upon who's in my opinion, who's in the White House. And then, second of all, I think that when you break barriers, people are always talking about, why does it have to lead with the fact that it's a Black person? Because it does. Yes. This girl out here selling multi-million-dollar homes. Like, I know for me, when I was doing it, it was like the only people that did it that I had ever seen do it was Venice Brinkley and Lisa Robinson. I'm talking about multi-million-dollar homes. Right. Okay. So then I started selling homes, million-dollar homes, plus million-dollar homes. So I never seen nobody else do it. Right. Honestly. And it wasn't no Instagram when you started. Yeah. It wasn't no social media. Yeah. You were, like you said, you built your business brick by brick. Yeah. Yeah. And I do believe, like I asked you when we were at Cheers a few months ago, what do you attribute your success to? And you said, I'm living a life by design. Yeah. So I just want people to understand it ain't no quick fix. It ain't no,
It's not. It's a journey. And God, something you said that I was like, oh, I got to touch on that. But even the season I'm in, I'm like, it's my season. It's your, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. And here's what I know about life. It ain't always gonna be your season. Listen. So I really am embracing the season that I'm in, and I'm like, you know what, Lord, thank you. Right. Just thank you, because He only God, and I always, people know, if you know me, you know that I love the Lord. Okay, you know that my faith is strong. You know that that without Him I am nothing. So I've always credited my success, just my faith, everything to my faith, and the ability to endure to my faith. And He is the only one who has gotten me through a lot of these life circumstances that I've been dealt. So He always gets all the glory. Because He deserves it, but I'm really kind of relishing in this season of my life, because there are some things that are happening. I'm like, you know what, God, this is only you. This is you just standing, just making good on your promises. The promises that when I left Chicago in 2006, the promises that I stood on, I said, Lord, I believe that my latter will be greater than my past. And I never not once believed it.
And that's the thing.
Anything that I went through, I'm telling you, I never not once believed that times would be better, that seasons of my life would be different, that, that this is only temporary when I'm dealing with, that I will overcome. I will get through this. I've never not ever not believed. So if anything, I could say it's been my belief that I knew that this would all come to pass. And it's so funny because you and I both reached out to a widow who's in the public, April Daniels, right? And who just lost her husband. And Big Shiz on
Instagram.
Yes, Big Shiz on Instagram. Just lost her husband tragically. And you and I both, her story resonated, of course, with us both.
Yes.
And we both reached out to her because it's just hard. We know the grief that we know how deeply hurt she is right now. And having to publicly grieve is something different.
Yeah.
Because you and I did not have to do
we
that.
didn't.
We dealt with our grief in our own way, and we
Right.
did not weren't required, weren't expected to, have to make a post. I don't even know if I could have done it.
I don't either.
I don't know that I could have done it, but she's doing it gracefully. And now she's getting her real estate license.
Yes.
And I'm like, and she has 3 sons. So her story absolutely resonated
She's
with me.
definitely our mama on the move.
She's
of
our
the
ma-
week.
she
She's
is
our
our mama
mama
on
of
the
the
move.
move. She's our mama on the move of the week for sure. And we want April to know we are here if she ever wants to talk to us.
Yeah.
If she's in the Atlanta area, want to meet for lunch, we love to take her out because we understand the journey.
You know what? And I think at the end of the day, it's our responsibility to give people hope.
Absolutely.
People need hope more than anything in this world.
They do, because too many people giving up. That was the whole
Giving
foundation
up.
of how we started
And
this
think
particular
about it.
topic today.
Think about it, Keisha. Like when I lost Bryce at 29, I had nobody that I could reach out to say, damn, what do you do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How do you recover?
Right.
Like I had no one
That's right.
who indirectly or directly had experienced what I experienced.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely.
So to me, I'm like, I just felt lost. I just felt like I'm just out here on an island by myself because even the thoughts, the emotions, what I'm feeling, nobody I can talk to about that can say I can understand.
Because widows were always supposed to be older.
Yeah.
Women who husbands had lived 35, 40 years. And so that's why I have always, there's nothing in this world that will ever break my love for you.
Yeah.
It's an appreciation for you for what you were to me during that time,
Yeah.
because thank God I had you to look to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm fortunate that you had gone through it, but I was thankful because I'm telling you, that was my strength.
Yeah.
Because I saw you do it with those 3 little babies.
Yeah.
And so, but you're right. And that's why I am always inclined to share my journey, because we have, between the wars that we've been through and things, and this, since 2000 and when did the towers hit? 9/11.
9/11.
Yeah. So, when that happened, that created a whole other war. So you had a lot of young widows, the firemen and the police that died. And so just all of that. So we have so many more young widows, which our circumstances and challenges that we have to deal with are different than when you 75.
Yeah.
You got kids to take care of. It's different kind of benefits. It's different kind of everything. I had to go to the Social Security office last week, right?
Yeah.
Girl, because DJ turned 18 tomorrow. So I had to go down to the Social Security office because they was talking about his benefits was going to stop.
And like,
I
wait
said,
a minute
wait
now.
a minute, he'll graduate till May 2020. I need some check. So anyway, when I went down there, the Social Security, let me tell you something. Everybody should have to go to the Social Security office. Okay, I want to just talk about that for a second.
It's a humbling experience.
It's a very humbling experience. You think you got problems, honey? Because Social Security is for people, it's a lot going on down there. Everybody need to go to a trip. It should be a field trip for school.
Yeah.
Because y'all out here complaining about stuff, and there's people like, I saw so many grandmothers in there taking care of their special needs, grandchildren, that they're obviously the one. I heard a lady, I was ear hustling.
Yeah.
I heard a lady saying, well, my daughter, she hasn't been well, so and this lady too old to even be taking care. You know what I'm saying? But here she is trying to raise a special needs grandbaby.
Wow.
Woo, girl, it was very humbling for me. I left out of there. I had to
Just
give me
when
a
you
little
think
glass of
you
something.
got it bad.
Yes, and it was humbling for me.
Right,
The fact
right.
that I have had the, thank you, Social Security.
Right.
And I was blessed enough, to get a lady who actually follows me on Instagram. She was so sweet, Kamira.
Oh, yeah.
And she helped me, and she got my stuff reinstated before I missed a month.
Yeah.
But girl, it is a very humbling experience. So yes, I am going to write that in on any type of ballot that y'all need to have all these children go down to the Social Security office and all these adults who don't think they could end up needing, help. You know what I'm saying? But any government office, really, you could take a field trip to, because they be mean for no reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they every time I go to the
Like
state,
they don't like their job.
like y'all
They
don't like y'all job. But I had almost got in a little situation going to Florida with the TSA. She made me miss my flight. I was there 2.5 hours early, and she was just rude for no reason. And so once I realized I missed my flight, I just decided to school her. I was like, why are you here? Like, why did you even take this job? You clearly do not want to be here. What is it with y'all
You
federal
gave it
and
to
state? Oh, yeah, I did. My brother texted me, talking about, I said, don't get upset. He was worried I was going to get arrested because he made the flight. This is how slow and ignorant she was. My brother was at his house in Douglasville. I was already at the airport. How he get on the flight and I didn't? Now he has the pre-check.
Yeah.
But I still was there an hour before him. She purposely was walking slow with her wide back ass. It really made me mad because she was just mean for no reason. I'm like, who are you mad about? Are you mad that the girl that you wanted didn't want you back? I mean, because she was clear, you know what I'm saying? But it was just a lot, girl. But anyway, I digress. The point is, government workers, be nicer. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all need to, I don't know, little CBD oil on your head before you go to work in the morning. So I don't know. But anyway, so I just wanted us to talk about that today. And then, we typically end with, our mom on the move, but I think we made a decision.
Yeah, we said it was her. And I think, let's all keep her lifted because that is just, man, I'm telling you. And what I touched on about giving people hope, like it was Venice that gave me hope. Mm-hmm. And me saying,
here we go again with this.
Shut up. Yeah, I'm going to tell the story. Since I'm telling my story today, I'm going to tell it again. So Venice, because I saw that article before I even knew you, Keisha. Okay, you listen, you inspire me now, but Venice was the initial one to inspire me, okay, to get into real estate. When I saw her in that magazine back in 2004, early 2005, and she's sitting in front of that, this is Ebony magazine, honey. She's standing in front of that high-end subdivision with her arms folded, and the name of that article was Single Mom on the Move, right? Single mom on the move. And I'm looking at her and she's got these beautiful, stately homes behind her. And she just looking just like a professional snack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She's so gorgeous on top of that.
Yeah. And she looked like me, Keisha.
Yeah.
She looked like me. So I said, you know what? That is what I want to do. I'm moving to Atlanta. I'm packing up these babies. We're going to Atlanta and I'm going to sell luxury real estate in Atlanta, Georgia. And baby, look what I'm doing.
Yes,
I'm selling luxury real estate in Atlanta, Georgia.
Absolutely.
And it all started with a vision. And not just the vision, but a belief. I believed in my soul, in my heart, that that's what I was going to do.
Right.
But then when I got here, I put in the work.
You did.
I put in the work. So listen, don't ever think that it's just gonna happen. That a few social media posts is gonna promote you into this world of whatever you want to do, whatever it is. You gotta really do the work.
It's relationships. It's relationships. At the end of the day, you can pull a post from other people who are really selling those houses all day and put them on your page, and it's fine. We all do the inspo posts, but that cannot be the foundation of your success.
Yes.
And when people say congratulations and you really, really in your listing, you kind of have a responsibility to say, okay, but I mean, that's for another day. But anyway, I digress. So,
well, Keisha, I think, girl, we done talked.
Yes, I got to get to Mayweather.
It's been 2 months.
It's been 2 months, so we had a lot to catch up on, and I got to get to Mayweather. It's an appointment I cannot miss, as you know.
Yes, as I know.
And
so listen, we will not allow 2 more months to go by.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you, it really was Brandy. I mean, so I would just say, because I've been wanting to get here. Okay,
listen, if it's been as far as just a want, I've been wanting to get here too.
Well, I was prepared to. I mean, I did reach out a couple of times. But anyway, we're here. No, we both had a couple of trips and things we had to do. Seriously,
we had life.
We had life happen.
But it won't be
too much.
We
really did commit to doing once a month.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to do once a month. And I mean, that's just it. Because people, and we appreciate, we read the messages, y'all. And that's why when I sent Brandy a couple of messages, she shared messages that you guys sent to her. We were like, we got to get in. Yeah. She's going on her birthday trip next week. So,
girl, I was in Virginia. That's a crazy thing. Like, I was in Virginia and somebody told me that they listened to our podcast.
And I want to say that's amazing. So if anybody has any idea how we can promote this more. Yeah. Because we are busy in our own businesses.
Stuff.
It's really good stuff. I feel like people really should know about us. I mean, we're the bomb.
So share, you guys.
Yes, please do share.
So to all of our listeners, share, tag. Yeah. And at some point we'll do a better job of promoting and maybe even, hire someone to help us promote it.
To help us promote.
But we just ain't there yet, okay?
Not yet.
We ain't there yet, but we're going to get
there. We building. We're building.
Brick by brick.
Brick by brick. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So until next time.
Keep moving, mamas.